City Council members buying expensive dinners at an upscale restaurant in Raleigh, and you're paying for it. The council planning the dinners as part of its retreat next week. Our government reporter Joe Bruno tells us this is not the first time that they have faced criticism about pricey meals. Joe.
The city found itself in hot water in 2017 after eating out at fine dining restaurants on the taxpayers tab. This year, they are heading back to the same two places.
Charlotte City Council will be in Raleigh next week for their annual retreat. In addition to the budget, council members are expected to discuss big things like affordable housing and a lack of funding for the Cross Charlotte Trail. But it is what's scheduled after the meetings that is raising eyebrows. Charlotte City Council is scheduled to eat at Mia Francesca and Sullivan's Steakhouse for dinner. They and city staff ate at the same two fine dining restaurants in 2017, racking up $4,000 on the taxpayers' tab. Just like 2017, next week's dinner at Sullivan's will be with the Mecklenburg delegation. 2 years ago, only two lawmakers paid their own way, Joel Ford and Dan Bishop. He wasn't in office at the time, but this year, Councilman Tark Bakari tells me he is going to do the same thing.
Everyone, as long as it's within reason, can do what they think is right. I'll be covering my own, but to each their own on that front.
Bakari has asked the city manager for a checks and balances system in the future so the city can be respectful of taxpayer dollars.
Personal opinion, does it need to be at some ultra fine dining establishment? Probably not.
A spokesperson for the city of Charlotte is defending the selection, saying multiple factors go into choosing a dining location, including proximity to the meeting space and room in a restaurant for attendees. I reached out to multiple city council members to discuss this today, but Bakari was the only person willing to do an interview.
All right, Joe, thank you. And Joe just got back from Greensboro, where the Mecklenburg County Commission has been holding its retreat. Today, the commission talked about its upcoming budget. Leaders also learned that the county will need an additional $23.6 million to expand universal pre-K. Another discussion involved making revaluation revenue neutral, but the head of the commission says that is unlikely to happen.